What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speaking my sports talk. All right, man, check it out. I'm putting this low ball shit to bed. Or at least I think I am. Probably not, because everybody ain't gonna agree. But here's the thing. I say I'm putting it to bed because I'm gonna say my piece on this and let it die. We got too much to talk about in boxing. But for the love of sports, let's talk about it. All right, so check this out, man. You know, this whole look, it's always more than one angle at a lot of things, man. Everybody ain't gonna agree. You know what I mean? Everybody's not gonna agree. Uh that mentality is robotic, man. We're not robots. We're humans, free thinkers. At least we're supposed to be free thinkers. Some people can't bring it to themselves to be free thinkers, right? But we're supposed to be free thinkers. Our own minds. We're supposed to think in our own way. Gotta be our own men and women. You know what I mean? That's what y'all gotta understand. Not all about it's not one way in this game here. All right? LT in the building. What's good? What's good? Yeah, early morning. Early morning rant. We still got our regular live at 1:30, guys. It's already set up. I might just have to take care of this morning. BT in the building. What's good with your brother? So yeah, man. So let me get started with this. First and foremost, I want to put something to bed, man. I want to put something to bed right now. So I woke up this morning, and usually I wouldn't jump on live this morning. Uh, but I must have had, I don't know, 20 different messages. Be it through text messages, DMs, emails, and a lot of it come behind this right here. And uh I guess the deeper picture I put up on Crawford and all of this, it's amazing to me how people get so in their feelings when you talk about certain fighters. Like, it's absolutely amazing to me. I can't believe it. I can't believe these grown men get like this. Grown women too, men and women get like this over these fighters. I was just having fun with the Crawford picture. I mean, you guys are really hurt because I put him in a diva dress. Like, man, it's crazy. But as far as my ideas on, um, whether it was a low ball offer or not, that's my opinion, man. I feel like it was a low ball offer. But the DMs and everything, excuse me, that I'm getting this morning is concerning my guy, Mr. Two Hands. And I just felt necessary to come put this to bed, man. Right? I gotta just put this to bed because I don't think a lot of you people get it online. I really don't. This is boxing talk. Now, if you got the real mind to do some boxing talk and understand that's all it is, then it never escalates. You should be able to talk boxing, agree or disagree with anybody. Then the next day, you cool. No matter how heated the conversation get, no matter how much DJ start yelling and the pain start popping out my neck. Nothing personal, man. It's just boxing talk. But I'm getting all of these DMs and messages and such. Mr. Two Hands, man. What's up with you and Mr. Two Hands? Mr. Two Hands went in on you. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, oh, you put a live ups on it. Oh, you and Mr. Two Hands at it. Oh, man, Mr. Two Hands got you this morning. I mean, I thought y'all was cool. And I'm like, what is everybody talking about? So I go check out Mr. Two Hands video, his live, and skipping through, I'm listening to it. And y'all fools had me cracking up laughing. I mean, cracking up laughing. Let me tell y'all something, man. Mr. Two Hands. Mr. Two Hands. That's my bro. It's a lot of guys on YouTube, I'm really cool with. Rival, Boxing Talking News. That's my dude. I'm real cool with him. Julius Ring IQ. That's my guy. Cool with him. Unbiased, King Unbiased. That's the guy right there. cool with him. Mr. Two Hands, that's my bro. I don't understand me and Mr. Two Hands talk on the phone weekly, on a weekly basis, all the time, hours sometimes. About outside of the boxing shit, outside of YouTube, life shit. That's my bro, right? And brothers argue, man. Brothers don't always agree. But brothers always brothers. And y'all pussy ass niggas coming in with all of this shit, trying to start a beef, trying to start this, trying to start that. Let me tell you something, man. When it comes to this boxing talk, and it come to my mind and what I think, and it come to Mr. Two Hands' mind and what Mr. Two Hands think, they don't give a fuck what angle either of us are coming from. We think what we think. I don't give a fuck what he think when I'm putting out my information. He don't give a fuck what I think when he putting out his information. Man, what's wrong with you people? There ain't no beef. And I don't need none of y'all to DM me or text me or send me emails about Mr. Two Hands and what he said and how he coming at me. Because you idiots need to go back and watch that live. He won't coming at me. And I promise you he won't coming at me. He was putting out his thoughts, fam. You idiots need to stop. I mean, like, he must have got like 15, 20 DM. And I know where it stemmed from. Because a lot of you guys on YouTube are on Twitter too, right? A lot of you guys on YouTube on Twitter too. All of these DMs and text messages, man. I just talked to Mr. Two Hands this morning, and he laughing at that shit. Oh, he laughing at that shit. He probably gonna let y'all know too. He laughing his ass off. Ain't no heat with me and Mr. Two Hands, not you, Ma. We talk on the phone. I'm not talking about you, Ma. So this don't got nothing to do with you. It's some other shit. So, and Ma, I don't know what you mean. He definitely was, but if you think that you confused too, because I just got off the phone with Mr. Two Hands. So again, I don't know what you thinking. I'm just saying he was going in. Not on D Jeff, bro. People got it twisted. This one thing about Mr. Two Hands, and I don't know why all of you guys that text me, DM me, email me, whatever. I don't know why you don't get it. That's a real dude. He don't have no problem pulling up on anybody. So if he got something he want to say to me, he won't going off on me, bro. Huh? Again, you don't get it. I mean, you don't get it too. You need to talk to, let me show you something, Mark. Let me show you how silly you sounding right now. Now, you know what? I ain't even going to do that. I'm not even going to put out what we talked about this morning. Because you don't get it, man. It ain't about me, bro. That's what, and I wasn't really talking about you, Mark. I said like many different text DMs, and we talk on the phone, bro. We talk on the phone, bro. You acting silly right now. Ain't no Mr. Two Hands versus DJ. That's what a lot of y'all like to see, this drama and this commotion and laughing at guys like you, bro. Mr. Two Hands laughing at guys like y'all right now. I just got finished talking with Two Hands. See, y'all listen to this online and y'all think it's a beef. Like, if y'all real, like a lot of y'all they hit me in the DMs and text messages and shit like this, hit me on Twitter and shit. If y'all really get down with Two Hands, if y'all really get down with DJ, why y'all want to see beef? Why y'all want to see? Ma, I ain't making nothing serious. You keep talking, fam. And this ain't even to you. So you need to just lay off of it, Ma. This really ain't to you. We talk on the phone, Martin Machine. We live right here in Columbus, Ohio, nigga. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about our text messages. I'm not talking about our communication. So you need to lay off of that, fam. All right, lay off of it right now. Because this message I'm putting out don't have nothing to do with what we talked about, Mark. So you making it serious. This ain't about Martin Machine. This is about these fuckboy ass niggas that sending me these messages talking about me and Mr. Two Hands beefing. If me and you talk about that, Mark, no, then lay the fuck off of it, because it's deeper than Shawn Porter and the low ball. But I'm going to get to that, put that shit to bed, because I still don't agree with Mr. Two Hands. But this is about some idiot, dumb motherfuckers calling me, talking about we got beef and shit. You didn't call me with that, Mark. So stop talking about it because I'm not talking about Mark the Machine. I'm talking about idiots. Now, if the shoe fits, wear it. But I ain't talking about you. It's the last time I'm going to say it, fam. It ain't about you. All right? So let it go. I don't care what you want to see, bro. You ain't going to get no debate if that's what you want to see. If you want to see a debate between me and Mr. Two Hands, you ain't getting it. Because me and Mr. Two Hands get ready to put this dumb shit to bed. See, it's too many drama junkies online, Mark. Too many drama junkies. You want to see a valid debate, a good debate, but it's some people that want to see drama, and that's who I'm addressing right now. But you doing all the talking. So let the idiots come talk, Mark. Don't talk for them, because it make you look like you a part of the problem, fam. All right, man. Look, I hate to do this to you, bro, but you playing too much. This ain't even fucking right. It's not even a joking matter, bro. Playing too much. Like, it's a serious matter because I got people calling me, not calling me, but texting me, DMing me, talking about the beef. And it ain't no beef right now. You playing and you not getting it right now. I'm trying to put something to bed. It's serious. You playing games right now, fam. I'm not playing with this. I need people to stop DMing me, stop text messaging me about guys like Martin Machine, Unrivaled, Boxing Talking News. You idiots text me about him. Mark doing this to your life. Mark doing that to your life. Don't text me about none of my guys, man. Mark is my guy. That's my dude. That's my dude, bro. We talk on the phone for hours too. Ring IQ. I don't talk on the phone with him, but back and forth behind the scenes all the time. Right? Stop telling me about the guys that I'm cool because y'all ain't gonna cause no beef between us. Mr. Two Hands is my bro, man. My bro for real. That's my bro, Nuke. That's my bro. I don't care what y'all think. Ain't gonna be no beef, bro. Y'all cut this shit out. A debate is a debate. But real beef, nah, bro. We don't get down like that. We real men. All of the people in my circle. So just stop it, bro. Just stop it. Cause you ain't getting no play with it. None. Notification didn't go out on YouTube. Yeah, I know. I know. I put them out on Twitter. YouTube has been screwing on with my channel anyway for months, bro. For months. So it's all good, Joe. That's why I gotta put them out. What you could do, Joe, is just unsubscribe, subscribe back, and make sure you hit that bell icon. A lot of times that works. Daryl McClellan, what's good? Did you see Mark and Smoke's Pod? I'm about to check it out. Yeah. I was watching some of them and I went to sleep, man. Yeah. Fire. Killer, what's good? What's good with you, Killer? Mortal Boxing Truth. Do you got so many people in their feelings? I know. That's what it is, fam. That's what it is. It's crazy. I didn't know that diva picture was gonna cause that much problem. IBT, man, that diva picture, boy, they ain't like to see boy in that dress, man. I got people in their feelings, man. They want to call beef between me and my brother, Mr. Two Hands. This is funny, man. It's funny how people get so much in their feelings over this boxing talk, man. Like, come on with this. Uh, yeah, that podcast was good, man. Just finished. Yeah, yeah, man. I fell asleep because I was up all night on Twitter going back and forth about this shit here. Hello, Porter's gonna ask for 10 million PB. Nah, Killer. I'm getting ready to put all that to bed too, because I still don't agree with Julius and Ring IQ. I mean, Ring IQ and Two Hands. I still don't agree with them. What was going on? I don't care, bro. Don't even bring his name up over here. I don't talk about him. I don't. No disrespect to you, Billy Sherbert. You my dude. We good. Speaking my sports talk family, but that guy have no words, no thoughts, no ideas. I don't care. I don't care what he says about me. I keep getting DMs about that all the time. With Johnny Boy, y'all can DM me and M me all the time about what Johnny Boy says about me. I don't give a shit. But with my peoples, bro, Mark, Ring IQ, Two Hands, Nuke, with my peoples, man, don't DM me about that. With Johnny Boy, y'all can do whatever you want because I simply don't care. I don't talk to Johnny Boy. I don't go to his channel. I don't know what he does. I don't ask about him. I really don't care. Like I told Johnny Boy a long time ago, let's do this. You do what I've been doing. Stay away from me. Keep my name out your mouth. Leave me alone. Don't come to my channel. He says, fine. Yeah, he's still doing it. This idiot actually blaming me and Mark, me and Unrivaled, for telling people to stop sending him super chat. Why would I take my time? Why would Unrivaled take his time to tell people to stop sending Johnny Boy super chat? Well, we've given that idiot. Well, Mark has given them super. I've given them super. Why would we stop people from doing that? I don't think about him. I don't talk about him. I don't talk to people about him. The only time Johnny Boy comes up on this channel is when you guys bring him up. I don't give a fuck. And again, that's not to you, Billy Sherbert. No, no heat. It's just I don't care about what Johnny Boy says and does. I I don't care. Boxing Monk of Gods, what's good with you? What's good? Oh, Joe DC, what's good? What's good? What's good? Tame with Ice, what's good? My man, there we go. Mark Unrivaled, boxing, talking news. Don't send me no more goddamn text messages, DMs, or emails about Unrivaled. Because whatever he do, so what? My dude. Y'all ain't gonna change that. Don't try to start no beef. No beef with two hands. It ain't no beef with two hands. None of that. All right. Peeps trying to stir some real shit. Yeah, they are, bro. That's all they trying to do, stir up some shit. Man, I don't know what Johnny Killer, I don't know. Uh let's talk about boxing, fam. That's what I'm here for, bro. Yeah. So let's get to it. I just wanted to put all of that to bed about this two hands nonsense. For any of you guys thinking it's some kind of beef, it ain't no beef. And y'all ain't gonna get what you want, okay? Because y'all just some drama donkeys, and it ain't gonna happen. Now with me and Mr. Two Hand, y'all better go to those people that feed into that bullshit, because we don't feed into that bullshit. Me and Two Hands, we don't feed into that bullshit. We built different. We cut from a different cloth, okay? And I know y'all heard him say that. We cut from a different cloth. Nah, me and him, we cut from the same cloth. Him saying we cut from a different cloth, not me and him. I gotta listen, man. Oh boy, no matter how much Shawn say he's been lowballed, fuck him. Yeah, Killer will. All right. Yeah. Okay. No, we won't. And just because y'all keep asking for it, y'all ain't getting that debate. So just because you keep bringing it up, you ain't getting that debate. Killer will. Martin Machine been over here longer than you have. Martin Machine is my dude. He live right here in Columbus, Ohio. I just timed him out for that shit. So stop it for your ass be timed out next. Ain't gonna be no two hands D situation. Too many of y'all want that. It ain't gonna be that. So we ain't gonna give you what you want. So you keep talking about that shit, and you get ready to get timed out too. Cut it out, fam. Ain't gonna be none of that. Top of the morning, it was disrespectful. Yeah. See, I would never put light on an athlete. Like, man, get out of here with that, Ron. Stop that, bro. Disrespectful because I made a picture up. Man, get out of here, bro. All right, man. Look, thank you, Kishira. So let's get started with this low ball situation, man. I don't even know. Like, I'm gonna start with this right here. This is what I'm gonna start with right here. Because a lot of you people just listen to what people say, right? And you don't even. So, and shout out to Two Hands and Julius. They may be pushing these messages, and this is what might be what their ideas and why, but that's their opinion. That's what you guys got to understand, right? But it's a thing where, see, this information, guys. I just went online and find. Sometimes you got to dig a little bit. Sometimes you have to know where to go to, but you just have to go find the information and stop always listening to people. But this information is here for all of us. Now we can take this information in and we can formulate our own thoughts about it. That's what Two Hands and Mark Unrival, D Jefferson, IBFP, Ring IQ. That's what we do. We take this information in. It's available for all of us, and we come up to our own conclusions about it. But it's something that I keep hearing. He got 2 million plus upside with Spence, right? But he had a belt. He don't even have a damn belt. And he's not supposed to get this, that, and the third. Okay, well, did he have a belt when he fought a damn Sebastian Formella? So I want y'all to think about. Did he have a belt when he fought Sebastian Formella? Thank you, Sergio. Thank you, Sergio. But you get it. See, these idiots don't get it out here. They think it's a beef or something, right? Oh, you saying he see it? Okay, well, good, good, good. Okay, okay. I thought you was talking about the beef shit. All right, well, whatever. So I understand he didn't have a belt when you know he for the Crawford, but did he have a belt with Sebastian Formella? Now, who's a higher profile fighter? Is Terence Crawford a higher profile fighter or fucking Sebastian Formella? Right? So if Shawn Porter's has been valued at 1.2 million against a damn Sebastian Formella, how the hell in a damn title fight against Terence Crawford, who's supposed to be King Big Big, 60-40, 50-50 with Spence? Like this is another freaking narrative. If it's Terence Crawford, it's supposed to be all of this 50-50 with Errol Spence. How you gonna offer Shawn Porter less than he got with Sebastian fucking Formella? He got 1.2 with Sebastian Formella. And y'all motherfuckers don't think that it's a low ball offer to fight for a title against a Terence Crawford. Well, y'all already think Terence Crawford is 50-50 with Spence, right? Y'all do believe that Terence Crawford is 50-50 with Spence, which means that's a higher profile fight. No? Y'all put this shit together, man. This information is online for all of us. You see, Shawn Porter, I didn't create this. I didn't make this. It's Shawn Porter versus Sebastian Formella. Chaos. I told you guys this on Twitter. I told you the other day. $1.2 million. So for Terence Crawford, he's supposed to get less. And then when he says it's a low bar, y'all don't get it? Oh, because Julius said, because Ring got Q said, because Two Hands said. Use your own fucking head, bro. That's their opinion. So their opinion is your fucking head? Huh? Is this how it goes? Their opinion is your fucking head? Look at the facts here. In the previous fight, Porter received $2 million. Many sources claim that both boxers was awarded $2 million purse money, right? Shawn Porter upcoming fight, money not higher than that compared to the previous fight, because there will be no gateway income pay-per-view share as it takes place behind closed doors. So it says it right there, Shawn Porter, pay-per-view share, not reported, want none, right? Well, no pay-per-view share, right? But Shawn Porter, $1.2 million. And y'all mean to tell me for a no-name Sebastian Formella, Shawn Porter gets $1.2 million. But for a fucking title fight against Terence Crawford, he's supposed to take $200,000 less? Right? Now explain that to me. And Killua, since you want to run your mouth, explain this to me. How does he supposed to get less Killua? I'm talking to you now. Okay, yeah. Killua, you are listening to other channels, fam. Because I've heard Julius say this, bro. I've heard Ring IQ say this, Killua. But don't repeat to me what I've already heard from Ring IQ, because I talked to him. We've already debated this. I don't need his points. I want you to debate this point. If he gets paid 1.2 against a damn Sebastian Formella, how do you justify Killua him taking $200,000 less in a high marquee fight? See, y'all too willing to go run around and listen to what somebody else say. That's not what D-Dep do. Me and Two Hands and Ring IQ, we're not going to agree on everything, bro. We're not fucking robots. Don't come over here telling me what some other channel said. I don't agree with that shit. And Killer, you didn't come out with this. Julius came out with this. I never heard you say nothing about a purse bid until Julius. I never heard none of you guys say nothing about no purse bid until Julius said that. But answer this, Killer. Uh, where you been at? Where you been at, Killer? Where you been at? This fight was in the pandemic. So where you been at? See, if you stop listening to channels and then try to come to guys like me and argue what you heard from another channel, go pick up a book or go online, Google something. Get your own research, Killer. This is why you can't come debate me with other people's points, because you're going to get smashed every fucking time, man. Don't come with all of those questions. Yeah, you have no questions I can't answer, Killer. I'm not these guys you see coming up on this panel. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, I got my own stream, so I got my own mind too. Okay, but you bringing points from what Julius said. Bring up your own points. What's your points, Killer? This is what I do. I drop facts, receipts. I base my opinions off of receipts. Okay, if you get paid $1.2 million against a no-name Sebastian Formella, how do you take less than that fighting a Terence Crawford? I want all of you to answer that. Julius, all the only thing they can say is take it the purse bid then and tell Al Haymon to pay you that. Well, if y'all ain't blind, Al Haymon already paid them more than that. What are you talking about the purse bid, Killer? And let me open this panel up. You come on up here. You ain't got no problem getting on the panel. Come on up here so I can fire your ass up this morning. Unless you want to stay hidden in the chat. Probably your best bet. I don't know. You already know how it goes. You're going to come up here and get your ass fired up. Because you don't even have on Julius talking points. You only got what you heard. See, he got his own mind. He got more to come back with. Trust and believe. He's not just banking on no purse bid. All you got is his arguments and some that I've already shut down. So bring your ass on up here, Killer. Well, you've been on the panel plenty of times before. Come on, get this smoke, this early morning smoke. And anybody else who want to come up here and talk this dumb shit about how this is not a low ball offer. Oh, the link coming. The link right there for you. You don't got no work for me, Killer. You don't. But anyway, so let me pull this thing down here, man. Let me pull this down. I'll pull it back up. I'll pull it back up. And then we gotta look at the hypocrisy in the shit, man. Okay? And this is where I was mostly going with. People, Spence don't got nothing to do with it. No, Spence got everything to do with it. He's got everything to do with it. Because what Crawford's ideology is, and since y'all want to listen to fucking everything Ring IQ says, then listen to what Ring IQ telling you. Listen to what he's telling you then. He already said that Terence Crawford's, the whole thing is that he has a guaranteed pay of $4 million, okay? And the 60-40 that they're offering over there, which this is something we agree on, won't bring Bud to his guaranteed money, okay? So if it won't bring Bud to his guaranteed money, then they got to open up that purse. So Bud ain't taking those 60-40 because the 40% won't give him his guaranteed money. Can't get mad at that, right? Fine. I have no problem with that. But Bud Crawford, if you're going to come out and say that you're not taking that, because that's basically bullshit, it's less than your guaranteed money or the money that you're going to make, then where's that logic with Shawn Porter? Because, Bud, you telling me Shawn Porter supposed to take less money fighting you than he did for a fucking Sebastian Formella? Because that's what you saying about Spence. It's hypocrisy to the fullest. And I keep saying this, fam. You can't demand that a man take and accept what you don't want to accept yourself. It's a low ball offer. It most certainly is a low ball offer. Then they talk about the goddamn Spence fight. He had a belt. Did he have a fucking belt? Formella? Did Formella have a fucking belt? This is two fighters with no fucking belt. And he makes more money than that. Now, the arguably number one or number two guy, and Shawn Porter's definitely done more in his entire fucking career than Terence Crawford, outside of the trinkets that he won. Because the 4-belt undisputed run that everybody keep clamoring about, that 4-belt undisputed run is the weakest in boxing history. You want to debate that? There ain't no weaker 4-belt undisputed run. He collected the last 2 belts off of a timeout Julius and Dungle that was never any more than a B-level fighter and on the decline at 36 years old when Terence Crawford fought him. One of the belts he got in a vacant title fight. Now he want to waltz up to 147 and get another easy run. He wants Spence to go collect all the belts and just fight Spence for one fight. And he already got an easy fight with a low-level fighter in Jeff Holmes. Come on, talk to me about it. Come on, Killer, what you got? What
All right.
other Julius or two hands points you got? Because that's the only thing I seen was Julius and two hands points. Nothing from you yet. What you got? Why does
Well,
you tell me why Shawn Porter is supposed to take less money in a high marquee fight with Terence Crawford and he got paid with a motherfucking Sebastian Formella? Explain that, Killer Wolf.
well, it's pretty simple. First off, you keep on saying that I'm taking somebody else's points. What?
Yeah,
Guess
because
what? The
I ain't
points I'm
heard them
taking.
say. I heard them say it first, so that's what I'm gonna fucking say. It's their points because you won't saying it first. They was period.
Actually, I was saying it from the get go.
Well,
From
whatever,
the get
man.
go, because
Whatever.
Bob Arum said it. I'm
Okay,
saying this
cool.
from Bob.
Explain it.
Don't forget, that was one of the first people to say we weren't going
Okay,
to see
just explain it, man.
we weren't
I
going to
don't
see
need
Terence
all that
Crawford.
shit right now.
We weren't going to see Terence Crawford until October, to the end of October, till after October, because Bob was done with them. I was one of the first ones that on your live stream. The second I heard the Roman say like we're not going to see Bud, but then Bob came out, after the Porter thing came out and said, well, they could take it a purse bid and that's not going to happen. And I agreed with them. So it's not what Julia said; it is what Bob said. So it's kind of unfair that you're saying that I'm just mouthing off
No,
something that
give me the
YouTubers
reason.
said.
I don't care about this unfair shit. Let's debate this. All right. I don't care about this personal shit. Let's debate this. Why the fuck? How the fuck can Bud Crawford say that getting less than what he gets in his last fight, he ain't taking it in a fucking pandemic, whatever, and then turn around and offer somebody else less? That's contradictory and hypocritical, fam. If you're not willing to take it, then how the fuck do you expect the next fighter to take that bullshit? And then I keep hearing people clamor on and on. Well, Shawn Porter had a belt when he fought Spence. He ain't even got no belt now. Did he have a fucking belt? Did he or Sebastian Formella have a fucking belt when they climbed in the ring? So that's what I want you to talk about.
Well, hey, Porter has. Hey, just like I always tell Punch. If Porter thinks he's being underbid, he could A, send out an offer, or B, force a mandatory and get to a bid. Those are his options. If he thinks he'd be lowballed, then set out your own bid. Don't just stay behind. Being offended about the offers. Look, if you don't like the offer, then do a counter offer. Then
Okay, you didn't answer the question. I said, how is it not a low ball? I didn't ask you what Porter's options were. If Crawford considers it a low ball to get less than he was getting, right? Listen up, Killer Will. If Crawford himself considers it a low ball or something he's not willing to take because it's less than what he was getting, then how can he require that of Shawn Porter? How is it not a low ball if he has the same fucking ideology about it? Killer Will. I didn't ask what Shawn Porter can do if he felt it was a low ball. Stick to the script.
the only person who matters about how much money a fight's worth is Bob Arum. He pays the bills. If Bob says he wants to pay a mill, that's up to him. If Shawn doesn't like it, he has other options. It's that simple.
Okay, it ain't that simple, and you ain't answering the question because you fucking can't. You're telling me if Bob this, if Bob that. I said, how is it not a low ball? It is a low ball. Just because Bob Arum is offering him less than he's happy with, don't mean it ain't a fucking low ball, dude. The man made 1.2 versus Sebastian Formella, which should tell you he should get more than $1 million versus Crawford.
If he's really worth that much, then guess what? He'll be able to find somebody to pay him that much. If he can't,
Okay,
that's on him.
listen. Stop. Because these are points that I heard from them. If it goes to purse bid, this is what Julius said about that. Bring out you. This is what he said. You go tell, you didn't. If that's the case, then you go tell them to come up with the bread. Well, was Bob Arum involved in this 1.2? So they came up with the fucking bread for Shawn Porter with a guy without a fucking belt. And if it goes to purse bid, I'm gonna tell you like this: he probably gets more than $1 million. It's just the
Good.
fact
Then
that Bob
then let
don't.
it go to first bid.
I'm talking. It's just the fact that Bob don't want to come up off that money. Now let me privy you motherfuckers to something else and think y'all got it all figured out because y'all listen in the videos. I'm gonna privy you to something else. Think about this. Everybody keeps talking about pay-per-view sales and what money equals. Well, you tell me, and let me see if you know some information, Killer, or if you just listen in the videos. With the Crawford and Khan fight, was that in the pandemic or not in the pandemic?
The conf fight wasn't in the pandemic. And it was like what, 150K
Okay,
buys?
one at a time. I know it wasn't independent. I'm trying to see if you know that. What was the pay-per-view numbers on that?
I've heard 150K.
Okay, we'll ride with that then. Do you know what the purchase was for Terence Crawford and Amir Khan?
Mirko, I'm not sure, but Terence Crawford's on what, 4.3 per fight, guaranteed.
Right. Okay, let me put it to you this way: with the 150 outside of the goddamn pandemic, right? 150 outside of the goddamn pandemic, with what they paid Crawford and what they paid Khan, that was no fucking success, right? So y'all sit here and clamor on and on about Crawford's guaranteed money. The reason Bob Arum came and told y'all motherfuckers that he's losing money on him, because do the numbers on that pay-per-view and tell me how much great value that shit was for him to pay Khan all that money and then for him to pay Crawford all that money and come up with 150K, did you say? You know the math on that? It's like what, Mark? Like 10, 11 million? Right? Do the money on the purses, everything else that needs to be paid for, right? And how much did they come off on that? And this is why Bob is saying that he losing money on Crawford. Before the pandemic, in the fucking pandemic, if you guarantee a man $4 million, don't mean he worth that. But see, Crawford running around telling y'all motherfuckers, I should get this because my guarantee. So what? Bob Arum saying he losing money on you because he gave you too much of a fucking guarantee. But y'all don't get that. That's why
Yes, I do get that.
Don't cut me off. Y'all don't get it. You don't get it. Because you're sitting here with these narratives as if this is not a low ball offer. And then when I ask you, how is it not a low ball offer? You don't give me no answer. You tell me what Bob can do, what Porter can go to purse pay. I didn't ask you that. Is it a low ball offer? Yes, it is. I know it's a contract, Ron. I know it's a contract. But see, you ain't getting it. Bob fucked up. He gave him a contract for more money than he's worth. This is what it's all about. More money than he's worth. So because Bob fucked up and paid Crawford more than he's worth, now Crawford's making $4 million, right? And Bob's coming out like, man, fuck Crawford. I'm tired of dealing with him. I'm losing money on him. He's telling y'all he's losing money on him. He gave him more than he's worth. So then when you come to negotiation with Spence and the PBC, and they know you being paid more than you worth, you're not suckering that side of that money. You ain't even worth the $4 million Bob giving you. See, that's the idea of it. You ain't worth the $4 million Bob giving you, but you want to hold steady to the money you getting paid contractually and say that that's your value. It ain't your fucking value. You didn't pull your weight in the Khan versus Crawford fight, and guess who brought more fans to that fucking pay-per-view? Was it Crawford or was it Khan, Killer?
I don't know, because it would have been the UK. I would have said Khan.
Well, yeah, it was goddamn Khan easy that brought more money to the pay-per-view. So what the fuck is Crawford really worth, Killer? Not the contractual agreement. What is he really worth?
Well, was Khan really worth it? You know, the United States, because the pay-per-view was USA time.
See, you keep deflecting. You keep deflecting. I asked you, did he get lowball? You deflect. I asked you, what was Khan worth? I mean, Crawford worth. You going to what Khan was worth. I asked you, what was Crawford really worth if Khan bought the bulk of that fucking pay-per-view? What was Crawford worth? Crawford.
Yeah. Crawford's being overpaid. I know that.
Okay, thank you. So if he's being overpaid with this $4 million, then he ain't really worth what he's crying about. Can we agree on that?
I agree, which is why I said we're not seeing him until October.
Hold on. So if you agree on that, then the PBC comes out and they say 60-40, then the motherfucker should take it. Especially if he expects Porter to take less fucking money than he made with Sebastian Formella, 1.2. It's fucking hypocritical, fam. And he not even worth it. And you agreeing to this shit. But you want to sit here and tell me that I'm off in all of this, coming in my chat with that bullshit. I got my own mind, bro. My own ideas. If Mark says something and I don't agree, I don't give a fuck. If Mark said it, I don't agree. And I think vice versa too. If Two Hands say it and I don't give a fuck. I don't agree. Julius, Hardline, Beats, it don't fucking matter. Me and Beats went back and forth on shit before. Y'all motherfuckers think because channels are established or they've been on here or They know all the history of this, that, and the third. And I can't disagree with these motherfuckers, man.
Well, at this point, you're putting words in my mouth because, like, I've been saying we weren't going to see Crawford. Why? Because he's making $4.3 million. We weren't going to see him until that contract expired. Once that contract expired, then they'll be able to make a Porter versus Bud fight. Why? Because Bud's not going to be had that $4.3 million guarantee. I've been saying that since as soon as that stuff first started jubbling, and I did it on your show. It's exactly your stream. When I first came out, and said we're not seeing Bud until after October when his contract expires.
Okay. Is the $1 million a low ball offer?
I don't know how much Porter's worth anymore at this point.
Actually, look, is the one. Okay, look, I already showed you some facts. If you're going to say that the $1 million is not a low ball offer, you can screen share it. I'll pull it up. You give me something to validate it. I am giving you something to validate why it is a low ball offer. Okay? I've given you stuff to validate why my opinion is that it's a low ball offer. First piece of evidence, and I have more, but this is the first piece of evidence because everybody keeps talking about this goddamn belt. He didn't have a belt. He had a belt. What's up, Shaquille? He had a belt when he fought Spence. He ain't got no belt when he's fighting Crawford. But Sebastian Formella nor Shawn Porter had a fucking belt in their fight. Neither guy had a fucking belt. Sebastian Formella is a no-name. So he ain't drawing a stick figure with fucking crayon. He's no draw at all. Right? But still, Porter got $1.2 million against a no-name with no fucking belt, no 4-belt undisputed, no 3-division champ. And y'all motherfuckers is trying to say that he goes in with a fucking Crawford, a higher marquee fighter, a higher marquee fight, and supposed to take less money than what he made with Sebastian Formella. And then we go, well, if they want to do this and they want to do that, like you said, take it to purse bid. Let's see if Al and them going to pay him more. Well, what does it seem like here? They paid him more money for a fucking Sebastian Formella fight, and y'all motherfuckers don't think they'll pay him more for a Crawford fight? Does that make sense to you, Killer?
Well,
if it goes to purse bid, does it make sense that he would pay Shawn Porter more to fight Sebastian Formella than he would for Terence Crawford? Does that make sense?
Well, from right here in a purse bid, they have to pay Crawford's 4.3. So if they want to pay the 4.3 and still pay Shawn Porter more than $1 million, that's on them. Then that fight's worth the money that the total amount of money. If it's not, it's not. Do I think that fight is worth $6 million? No.
Okay, they don't have to pay Crawford a motherfucking thing. See, this is okay. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead. I'm just gonna calm down for a second.
I was just gonna say, Porter's Crawford's on an exclusive contract of like 4.3 million, right? But having to pay that isn't necessarily true in a purse bid.
Exactly.
In a purse bid, because what if ESPN only bid 2.5 million on the fight, and then what if Al only bids 3 million? If Crawford doesn't accept it, he has to vacate the title. So no, not necessarily. That's something people always leave out.
Yeah, I know, Mark. So what about that, Killer? You got an answer for that one?
Then Crawford gets stripped because if he didn't take the pay cut.
Okay, but you just said they have to pay him because that's what Julius said. That's what you heard, and that's what you just repeated. But that's not the truth. So what do you think about that? Did you misspeak? Did you just say something wrong?
Yeah, just something wrong.
I know you did. I know you did. And it's wrong to think that Porter is supposed to take fucking $1 million when he got 200,000 more with a fucking Sebastian Formella. But Crawford don't want to take no pay cuts in the pandemic. Crawford don't want to take no slight. If it goes, the purse bid is worse for Crawford. It ain't better for him. But that's your only answer. Shawn Porter don't like it. Tell him to take it the purse bid. That ain't gonna be better for Crawford. Don't y'all get it?
I don't care if it's better for Crawford or not. I'm just going by, pretty much what Bob said. If Shawn wants to fight, he could take it as a purse bid because Bob is not paying for it. That's what I've been saying.
You see, it'd probably be better for Bob. Like, I think Bob would purposely want to lose the purse bid because he'd still get a promotional fee as his promoter. Anyway, he'd still
Exactly.
get a promotional fee out of it. And if he were to lose the purse bid, he wouldn't have to pay out 4.3 million on someone who isn't specifically generating 4.3 million. And on top of that, on top of that, Crawford would end up being deducted money because there's no way for Crawford to get 4.3 million out of something where Shawn Porter's going to get
Hang on, what?
25% because of the WBO. 25% of 25% to get about more than one, so let's say 1.5, you're looking at 6 million for Crawford to be able to make his amount. Nobody's bidding 6 million on that. It doesn't generate 6 million unless it's on pay-per-view. That's the only chance.
Even then, it might not.
No, it might because
Look,
the,
go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
the only yeah, it might. It really depends because
Oh my God.
I think Porter does bring money, and people don't want to do it. But like Danny Garcia and Errol is quoted between 220 and 250, somewhere around there, and Porter was 330, right? So that's 80,000 plus on Danny, and everybody says that Mikey brought at least half of the pay-per-view boys with the Spence fight in the 350, so that's 175. So you can kind of garnish that Spence does about 160 to 180 on his own. And Danny probably brought in 170, but Porter brought in about 150. Whereas when Crawford fought against Postol, it generated like 60,000. Against Khan, you said 150. I've heard 130 to 150. I'm not 100% sure on that. But Khan himself, let's take a look at like Canelo, right? So Canelo fought against Smith. He fought against Angulo and he fought against Lara. 300, 325, and 350. But when he fought Khan, it was 600,000. So you can kind of accumulate the Khan, the interest of his name versus Canelo, the intrigue or whatever. He brought an extra 200,000. So it would probably make sense that he'd be able to double up Crawford's pay-per-view boy rate. Whereas with Porter, he was able to do the same thing. So it's all a mishmash. It's obvious that it's a 1 million. 1 million is a bit of a low ball, whether people want to admit it or not. That's cool because Kavaliauskas, for example, made 1 million against Crawford, and Kavaliauskas hasn't been on pay-per-view, hasn't done the view rate of Shawn Porter, but he was given $1 million against him. So
Did he
why
have
is
a
he
belt?
equal?
Did
No,
Kavaliauskas have a belt?
no, he
This is
didn't, and he
everybody
was
will put
never.
so much in a
No, he
fucking belt.
didn't. He was never a champion, and he never beat a top 10 fighter.
Out of here, man.
But at the same point, people can say what they want. For me personally, it's obviously a low ball. Bob doesn't want to pay for the fight. That's essentially what we're being told. He doesn't want to pay for it. That doesn't mean Crawford is ducking Shawn Porter. That just means Bob doesn't want to fucking pay the amount of money because he has 4.3 million to pay out to Crawford. If he wants to give Shawn that 2 million, he's going to take a loss. He's probably fed up taking losses. It's business at the end of the day. He's not going to keep going out there and just putting money into fighters' pockets for no damn reason. And that's a reality. So, yes, it's a low ball offer from Bob.
Thank you.
But this is something we've heard about before. Like just like when Keith Thurman has for 10 million. So it's like, well, PBC fighters want to keep talking about they want to fight, and then they always find some excuse about they being lowballed. Well, if people are lowballing you, A, put it in, submit your own offer, or B, like Shawn has a chance, go to the purse bid. I'm tired of it. It's a PBC thing. If you wasn't a PBC, if you wasn't a PBC fighter, I'll have more sympathy. But since I know the playbook of the PBC at this point, I'm tired of it. Put up or shut up at this point.
Okay, that makes you biased because you have your opinion based on the PBC, not boxing. You came up here talking about it ain't a fucking low ball, but you couldn't prove that. All you had to lean on was that your disdain for the PBC, which you already admitted to on Punch Drunk, that you're biased toward them because of how they fucked up. So it's a low ball to you because of your fucking bias, not because of boxing. What I asked you when you jumped up here, what you ran your mouth about in the goddamn chat is that it wasn't a low ball. You have not proved that. You're only talking about taking it to purse bid and the fact you don't fucking like the PBC. Prove it's not a low ball.
You prove it's a low ball because if it's not a low ball, guess what? The bid's gonna show it. That's the only time we're gonna find out if it's low ball or not with the bids when the bids come in.
Again, Mark and I have validated why it's not a low ball. If you're going to run your mouth in my chat talking about it is, you need to validate how it is a low ball. The only thing you have done was offered other options and explain your disdain for the PBC, but you have not validated that dumb shit you put in my chat, that it's not a low ball. This is why I invited you on the panel. if you disagree with what I say, come up here and get that smoke. And you just came up here and got smoke because I validated what I said, and you validated nothing you said. You've only
How
read.
did I not?
Okay, Killer, this is about to be clueless. You give us validation that it's not a low ball. You haven't done that. You're talking about taking the purse bid. You're tired of PBC fighters doing that. Mark and I have given you reasons, validations of why it is a low ball. You've not validated why it is not. You've not done that yet. This debate, sir, you have lost completely. Completely.
If Shawn's really worth that much, the biz will show it. I don't think he is.
Okay, so your validation is that you don't think he is.
I don't think he is.
Okay,
I
well,
think a million sounds about right.
well, you've lost this debate. Okay, because just saying I don't think he is. I said I think it is a low ball, right? You've lost the debate because I've validated why it's a low ball. You have not validated anything, and you've ended it with a thought, which was the same thought when you put the dumb shit in the chat. So whether you accept this or not, you've been body bagged today, sir. Because that's what I do. Don't come in my chat talking shit unless you can get up here and back that shit up, fam. Okay? Don't come in the chat. Let the people decide, okay, who thinks that Killer won this debate? Let's let the people decide, Mr. Two Hands. I believe you probably do, Mr. Two Hands, because you agree, you and Julius and I don't agree on this. Y'all think it's not a low ball. But I want the people in the chat. Did Killer validate what he was saying, or did I validate what I was saying? It's not about what you think. It's about a debate. Who won the debate here? See? We all gonna have, this is what I'm told you guys from the beginning. We are gonna have our own opinions. We're not fucking robots. We're not built to agree on everything. I don't agree with everything Mark says. He don't agree with everything I say. I don't agree with everything Mr. Two Hands says. He don't agree with everything I say. So we're not here to agree with everything we say. But in a debate, you have to validate what you're saying, your point of view, and I have to validate what I'm saying, my point of view. I validated my point of view. Kalua has not at all. It just ended up with what you think. I only needed one thing to validate my point with you, Killer. One thing, and that was this. He got paid $1.2 million without a goddamn belt against a Sebastian Formella who has no name. So how is he supposed to get less with a Terence Crawford that y'all put on some fucking pedestal because he walks through 140 for undisputed? Stop this shit, fam. Please explain to me. Yeah, give him some help, Two Hands, because this dude is totally lost. I know you got more smoke than him.
I'm not here to help nobody. I'm just here to say, bro, don't say I agree with whatever he's saying because of my.
Oh, I say he agree with you. Not
You know what I mean? Because I said let the people decide. D, you can't pick or choose whether you win or lose a debate because you have live subscribers watching. The people still have to decide whether you feel like you were on the stronger end of the debate or not. That's where I'm saying, don't say I agree with what he's saying because my angles will be completely different. What I would be saying is completely different. So that's why I'm saying fall back. Don't sit up there and say, don't put me in shit. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is when it comes to these debates, we let the people decide. But y'all have a blessed day. 100.
Okay. Oh, no. Don't leave. All right, well, he left. Well, with that being said, yeah, Mr. Two Hands will come with different angles. Not the fucking angles you came with. He will come. I just went back and forth with him on Twitter last night. Back and forth, back and forth. He said a whole bunch of shit that you didn't even mention up here. So what I'm saying is in this debate, you lost. It's just that simple. You lost this debate. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether people feel like I'm right or wrong, that's a whole different subject of the matter. When you came up here, sir, you lost this debate because you didn't validate anything. That's what you do when you debate people. You have to make your point. You didn't make any points, fam. You only went the first bids, and then at the end of this, y'all only said what you think. I gave you reasons why.
Well, I'm still looking up to confirm that if Shawn Porter really only made $1 million guaranteed versus Keith Thurman. That's what I'm hearing. That he only made $1 million guaranteed. And that's what he got for Keith Thurman. one time Keith Thurman, then yeah, that is his worth, which I'm trying to confirm still.
Okay,
Which
well,
is why I'm so quiet, because I'm looking.
right.
So I like to confirm stuff, but that's what I've been
Okay.
hearing, that he only made $1 million for Keith Thurman.
Okay, so he only made $1 million for Keith Thurman. Now let me explain this to you. See, I'm gonna give you more validation of why I'm saying what I'm saying. So you telling me what you heard and you're trying to figure it out by looking it up or whatever. I'm gonna validate why that doesn't matter right here. He fought Keith Thurman a while ago. He had marquee fights since then. He's actually had a pay-per-view since then, which means Shawn Porter winning the WBC belt, fighting this person, his value, his stock from the Keith Thurman fight has risen since then. So you can't tell me what the fuck he did with Keith Thurman years ago and then try to assess that to 2020. Because his value is higher than that million back then. Do you get that, Killer?
Is he really? Because like,
Okay, no.
I think he's dropped, because he's lost how many times since then?
He won a belt since then too, and he got involved in the pay-per-view since then too. Do you know what it takes to raise your stock in this game?
250K pay-per-view eyes is not something I would brag about.
Okay, was it more than 150?
It is more than 150. But there's also people always say that PBC numbers are always highly inflated by at least 80K
so
pay-per-views.
you're gonna go on a whole bunch of speculation, bro. Right? Okay, well, let's say it's 150. It was inflated, and it was 150. That would put him equal to Buzz Crawford's pay-per-view. If it was inflated, it was. And let's take 100,000 off of what you claim was inflated, and put it to the 150. That would make him equal to Terence Crawford, right?
True.
So he should get lowball. If he's equal to the big bad Terence Crawford, if that's what you're saying, because what was reported was higher. But what you said is probably they'll lie because the PVC, all they do is lie. Okay, so let's say they lie. I'll give you that. And take 100,000 fucking off of what they lied about. And then make him equal to Crawford. It still don't justify that a $1 million is not a low ball.
The bigger issue is that Bud Crawford's being overpaid. And we agree with that already. We've already agreed that Bud's being overpaid. But the fact of the matter is, all Bob's willing to pay is Shawn Porter $1 million for that fight, because that's all the budget he has for it.
So you telling me that,
and if Shawn doesn't like it, he could pay the bill himself. That's what I've been saying.
All right, man.
I've been saying that the whole time. If Shawn doesn't like what he's being offered,
okay, Killer, you've been saying all that, but that don't mean it wasn't a low ball offer, fam. What part of this you're not getting? Yeah, you've been saying all of that. You agreeing with me on that, but that's not saying that it's not a low ball offer, fam. This is what
we'll find out.
That's the reason you're up here, to tell me why it's a low ball offer. All of that you saying is not saying to me that $1 million to Porter is a low ball offer. How?
No, I'm on here because I'm offended that you were saying that I was taking other people's words. No, I was using my own words, my own thoughts, not somebody else's, because I watched some video. All because we have the same agreement on the premise of it doesn't mean I was taking off of them. Because the fact of the matter is, I agreed with Bob on this, not necessarily them. I went off of what Bob said. That's why as soon as we heard that Bob said he was pretty much talking trash about Bud when he first said that he was losing money on Bud, I was like, we're not going to see Bud until after October when his contract expires. And that could be quoted on from your stream itself. So these are my own thoughts, not somebody else's.
Yeah.
That's what's my issue.
Okay, Killer, those are your thoughts. I misspoke. You didn't get it off of Ring IQ, Two Hands, or nobody else. You got it from Killer's mind. Fine. I was wrong about that. See how easy that is, Killer? I was wrong about that. Now, is it a low ball offer?
Possibly by 500K, but not too much more.
Whatever. I don't care if it's by 100K. Low ball offer. Whether you came up here to defend your honor about me saying you got it off of them, okay, I was wrong. I can't prove that you got it off of them. You're your own man. So I was wrong about that. I called you up here because you also said in my chat that it wasn't a low ball offer. Now you're saying it possibly could have been. So at least you rethinking that now, right?
No, what I said was, if he thinks it's a low ball offer, take it to a bid. That's what I said.
And I just asked you, Was it a low ball offer? And you said about maybe 500K. Low.
Yeah.
Okay. Earlier in the chat, bro, when I said it's a fucking low ball offer, you said it wasn't. Yeah, I start going off on you about listening to other channels, but you said it wasn't. I said, well, bring your ass up here and debate me on how it wasn't. Now, an hour later, you're saying it was. But people,
Okay,
so
D.
you lost the debate, fam. I was wrong about accusing you of using other people's information. I have no problem admitting that. But that's not the debate. The debate is, was it a fucking lowball offer? You've at least rethink it and understand the points that I brought to you and say, you know what? It possibly could be a lowball offer. What is wrong with you people holding integrity? It's just as easy as I say, you know what, Kilowa? I was wrong about that. Maybe this was your own thoughts. That's integrity. Why do you fucking fight and fight and fight even when you know you could be wrong?
Hey, D, it's this simple. When Teofimo Lopez got quote unquote lowballed, I flamed him as well for it. Why? If you want to fight, they give you an offer, either take it or leave it. Shawn Porter has options. He has options where you could take it to a purse bid. If he's really so offended by that offer, take it to a purse bid. Is on his court now. Or he could set his own offer. Like, okay, you know what? I'll PBC we'll fund the fight. That's all I'm saying. If he thinks it's lowball offered, then he should do steps to remedy that.
Teofimo's offer was a career high payday that he was being lowballed with. Shawn's isn't. It's worse than his last fight.
That offer was a lowball offer for that caliber of fight. We all know that. We all agreed with it. But we told Teofimo Lopez, take the fight. We all told Teofimo Lopez, take the fight and make your money afterwards. It's not worth haggling with the money.
Okay. Now, Killer, listen to what you're saying here, fam. You said that was a low ball offer, but take it anyway, right? And I get that. This is the same thing I was saying with that. I was like, Tio, you can't let this fight pass you. You got to take it. Even his dad said that. Well, we still knew that it was lowballing him. So if you're telling me that Porter should take it anyway, fine. I never argued that shit. I said it was a low ball offer. So what are you saying now? It is a low ball offer, but Porter should take it anyway?
I should take it anyway. If he doesn't like it, then take it to a purse bid.
So, Killer, let me see if I can get you to answer a straight question without deflecting and beating around the bush. Is the 1 million a low ball offer or not? Can you say yes or no to that? Is it a low ball offer or not?
If Porter thinks it's a low ball offer, then it's a low ball offer.
All right, dude. You have no integrity, fam. I'm
How
sorry.
do I have integrity?
Fam. Because I just asked you, it's yes or no. You say if Porter thinks it's a low ball offer. I'm asking you what you think. Do you think it's a low ball offer? Because with your ideology, you just said that you thought Tio's was a low ball offer, but he should take it anyway. So you said low ball offer right out your mouth real quick. When I ask you this simple question, do you think this is a low ball offer? You answer me with what Porter thinks. I said, what do Killer would think? I don't want to know what Porter thinks or what the PBC think it is or about it's a purse bid. Do you think him getting paid 1.2 with a Sebastian Formella and neither of them have belts? And like you said with Teofimo Lopez, and that caliber of fight, it was a low ball offer. Well, what's a higher caliber fight for Shawn Porter? Fucking Sebastian Formella or Terence Crawford? Can you answer that? Which is a higher caliber fight?
The Crawford fight.
Okay, so if he gets 1.2 and a lower caliber fight, like you said with Teofimo, it's a higher caliber fight. How is 1 million, less money, not a low ball, and a higher caliber fight? Like Teofimo was in a higher caliber fight. Is it that hard for you to say, you know what, it was a low ball offer? Is that gonna like sticking a knife in your chest, fam?
Look, I already said earlier that that I think it was a low ball offer by 500K at most.
Okay, thank you. That's it. I'm done with it then. So you thought it was a low
I said it
ball
earlier.
Offer. Okay, thank you. So there it is, bro. No, it's already done, Virtuoso. He said he thought it was a low ball offer. I have no problems with Killerwood, but if you come in my chat, right, and anybody, and I'm sitting here, and I'm talking about my thoughts, and you tell me I'm wrong, I'm going to invite you. Oh, my bad, Troy. My bad. Yeah, and you tell me that I'm wrong. I'm going to invite you up here to tell me how I'm wrong. Okay? And then at the end, if you say, okay, it was probably a low ball offer, about five, then you don't agree that I was wrong, fam. You can't say that I was wrong. That's what a debate is about. If you think you're right, I think I'm right. I'm not agreeing that it's not a low ball offer. We've talked for an hour, and I don't agree that it's not, but he does agree that it probably was by about 500,000. I don't care if it was a low ball offer by $10. If it was low ball, it was low ball. No, I'm not gonna call him an idiot, BK. No, he's not an idiot. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, in these debates, in these discussions, man, you have to show some integrity. It's easy to say I was wrong. It's easy to say I might have misthought that. It's easy to say, like I told you, Julius, I probably have to rethink that, which I did. I actually came to some of Julius' terms. I still didn't totally agree with him. Some of the things he said, I said, fair point, valid points. I need to go look into some things. But when I went and done more research, as I do, I still don't agree with it. I think it was a low ball offer. So I still don't agree with Julius. I think it was a low ball offer, right? And
yeah, but my stance still stands where if he doesn't like it, take it to first bid.
yeah, but that's not the argument, Killer. I agree with that too. That's something we agree on. So your stance is not what we're debating on. My stance was what we're debating on. Low ball offer. See, those things, those are valid points that Julius made that I said, yeah, I didn't think about that. Fair points. So those things we agree on. What we don't agree on is this low ball shit, which we do now. We do now, we agree on that, but we didn't at first. So see, I agreed with you the whole time. It was me you didn't agree with. But now we've come to some sort of conclusion. So I don't even think that people need to decide anything. That's what debates are about. If I would say, you know what, Killer, well, you're right. It ain't a low ball offer. Then your point would have come across in this debate. That's not how it's ending. It's ending in saying, yeah, it probably was. About 500, probably was a low ball offer. Okay. It had to be, I would say it like this. For all of you that don't want to say it's a low ball offer, it has to at least be a low ball offer by, let's say, $200,000. Because you cannot tell me he should get less money with Crawford than Sebastian Formella. Period. So for all of you that want to say that it ain't no low ball offer, it has to be at least low ball by 200,000. At least 200,000. At least 200,000. It's low ball. No matter what no one says, fam. No matter how much you hate the PBC. No matter how much you hate the foolishness that they do over there. This is something that Mark and I have talked about, the foolery of the PBC. We don't disagree on that. We don't disagree that Spence is full of shit when he says he's his own boss. We know it's Al Haymon running the ticket. We don't disagree on those points. We don't disagree on none of that. No, it's no disagree to agree. He's agreeing with me already, guys. So y'all saying it's just a agree to disagree? No, we're in total agreement. The debate's over with. It's no disagree to agree. We agree. It's a low ball offer. Okay? So I don't know what y'all talking about, agree to disagree. I will have to agree to disagree with my brother, Mr. Two Hands, which I do. I agree to disagree with him. I will have to agree to disagree with Ring IQ, which I do. I have to agree to disagree with him, but I agree with Unrivaled. We agree it's low ball. I agree with Killer One now. We agree it's low ball. So, what's up, Troy?
I'm just listening to you go on. I had this conversation yesterday. Who all is in here? I know it was me and you
and Smoke acting crazy.
Huh?
I said you and Smoke acting crazy.
Yeah. Where my brother at? You know, where's old Two Hands at? He gone or he still here?
Oh, he in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Man, I thought he was still up in here. Okay. Now to the cat that's saying that is not a low ball offer. I don't know what you're taking into account, but you got to take into account that Porter has fought all the top guys at 147, man. He's a two-time champion, and he pushes a fight. He pushes a fight, and he accounts for a lot of eyes that come to that fight. So of course it's a low ball offer, man, because it's Shawn Porter, two-time world champion, and Shawn Porter who brings the people and brings the hell to whoever he fights. So of course it's a low ball offer.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I mean, bro, I don't. That's my thing. I don't understand why that's so hard. That's a hard concept to get with a lot of these fans. It's a low ball offer, fam. That's it. He can do the purse bid and all of that. But what I'm telling you guys, I think like just like Mark said, that's only better for Bob to push it to a purse bid. And this shit don't have nothing to do with Crawford. Bob saves money on a purse bid. That's what that shit is about, bro. Thank you, Wood. Stay Real TV. I agree, bro. He needs this Porter fight, fam. I don't know. Like, people think Crawford don't need shit because he waltzed through 140. You know what I mean? What elite fighter did Crawford face at 140? Somebody tell me an elite opponent or somebody that was close to his skill level at 140. Who did he face? Give me one name.
I'm gonna tell you, he fought Kavaliauskas, he fought Brook, and he fought.
That's not 140, Troy. I said 140.
Oh, at 140. Okay.
Stick to the script. I said 140. What elite fighter or anybody close to his level did he fight at 140?
He fought all the champions.
You guys, boy. All right. We agree, Troy. He fought the champion. Now, let me see if you can answer my question. What elite fighter or fighter close to his skill level did he fight at 140?
Victor Postol.
Postol, to me, was not elite. I'm sorry, Mark. Postol's a good fighter. He's a good fighter.
Okay, yeah. But can I ask you a question? No. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, but you can ask a question.
Did you ask me? Did you ask me? Did you ask me or did you ask you?
Mark, do you want to rewind it? I did ask you. You said Victor Postol, and then I was making a statement. Troy, okay, see, I did ask you, and you said Postol, and I was making a statement on that, and then you started talking. That's how it went. So you can go ahead, Mark, your floor, and I'll talk when you finish.
Yeah, it's just because you said no, Postol's not elite, but that's your opinion. My opinion is that Postol is an elite 140 pounder, and has been and was at the time he fought Crawford. Since then, Postol was in a fight with Ramirez. Arguably could have won the fight. Arguably, some people had him winning, some people had him losing. Against Taylor, outside of pro grade, he gave him the hardest fight. So he is an elite 140 pounder because that's the question you asked. What elite 140 pounder? Not elite fighter, but 140 pounder. And Postol is an elite 140 pounder because he's still recognized top 6 in the world, and he has been for 7 years. That's an elite 140 pounder.
Okay, so let's say Postol is elite. One fighter he fought at 140 was elite, right? Was Postol at was he ever a pound for pound guy?
I'll have to be pound for pound to be elite, but no.
No, I didn't see. I didn't say he had to be pound for pound elite. I'm
no, he was never pound for pound.
Okay, so he was never pound for pound. So which we can safely say he definitely won't number 1 pound for pound, right? So my thing is this: at 140, Crawford ain't really fought nobody that I think could have beat him. It's the same shit I say about Tank. I want to see you in there and fight a guy that I think could potentially beat you. Even if you favored him, I think he could beat you. I didn't think Postol could beat him. I don't know if some of you other guys thought Postol could beat him. But at the time, I didn't think Postol could beat him. I actually think Spence could beat him, and there's different reasons why. So to me, that will be the first fight that he will be in with Errol Spence. That's a guy that can beat him. At 140, I don't think any of them had a chance, especially how he cleaned the division out. Julius Ndongo didn't have a shot in hell to beat fucking Terence Crawford. He didn't have a shot in hell to beat Terence Crawford. And what I'm leading to is I think Crawford's value and stock is put higher than it deserves to be by fans. And it's all stemming from 140 for what he accomplished at 140. But let's keep in perspective that, yes, kudos to Crawford, 3-division champion, undisputed at 140. But if I say that it was the easiest undisputed run in boxing history, should that mean anything? It should. It was an easy run, fam. Motherfuckers give Spence all of this heat. Who is Spence fought? Who has Spence fought? He could beat all of these guys. He fought Brook. I think Brook was much more competition for Spence than Victor Postol for Crawford. I think Porter was much more competition for Spence than Victor Postol was for Crawford. So these are fights where they went into a good battle. I think Julius Ndongo was about as easy for Crawford as Mikey Garcia was for Spence. But this is where he get most of his accolades is from 140 and cleaning out that division, walking through it basically, strolling down the park. You know, when Alexander Usyk earned his undisputed match, it was no stroll. Was no stroll through the park. Maris Briedis gave him all he could fucking handle in that fight.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Go ahead, Troy.
What's your point, man?
My point is he's overvalued by fans. That's my point with Crawford. They put his stock up on what he's supposed to be worth up too high. And it's all because he went undisputed at 140. That shit ain't equating to his selling ability, his marketability. It ain't equating to that 140 run. It's just not. But a lot of these fans, they mention that. When they mention why he's supposed to get more than Spence and all of that, they mention the 140 run. This is why he should get this money. And it doesn't equate. That's my point, Troy. It don't equate.
Of course, they're going to mention his body of work, D, because that's what you do that's what you do, you know, whether it's boxing or, you know, any business, you have to go by the person's body of work. And his body of work stems from 135, 140 to currently at 147. So, of course, you're going to mention the stuff you did in the past that got you here. That's just business.
You can mention it, but is it making him a draw? Because when you talk about negotiating, you got to talk about your selling power. So you can mention it all you want. Hold on. Hold your tongue. You can mention it all you want. You can mention it. But is it like validation for his selling power? Just because you talking about it. Does it say he's going to sell 3 million pay-per-view buys because he went undisputed at 140? Is that what that means?
Nothing tells you that you're going to sell. The only thing your past tells you is that you have a history of selling or you have a history of being successful.
What up,
It doesn't tell you that you're going to sell at all. It doesn't tell you anything about selling. It just simply tells you, you know, at least when it comes to boxing, like with Crawford, it tells you that he's a winner. It doesn't say anything about selling, period. That's on you. That's on you to want to take that chance based on the fact that he's a winner.
Okay. Well, that's all cool, man. I think one thing we came to the conclusion. I think this was a success even at this point because Troy says it's a low ball offer. Mark says it's a low ball offer. And even now, even by 500, 200,000, Kalua says it was a low ball offer. Right? My whole point was lowballed. That was my point. Lowballed. Okay? So we can
agree on that.
Yeah, I know. That's my point. So we can argue semantics. We can argue about 140. We can argue about how valid Crawford's fights was. I think Mark was right. Hey, listen to this, Kalua. I think Mark was right. If you think about Victor Postol and what he was at 140, you could call him elite. See how easy that was? See how easy that is? It's called integrity. I said he wasn't. Not even 6 minutes later, I said, yeah, he was. That's called integrity. It don't hurt, bro. It's not like getting stuck with a knife. You know what I mean? Mark made some good points about why he should be considered elite. Touche. I agree. Just minutes ago, I said he wasn't. See how easy that is? I think people, y'all, I think pride on this in this fucking YouTube, the pride and ego is too big. Motherfuckers misspeak or say something wrong, and it's just like, again, it's like pulling teeth to say, for them to say, yeah, you know what, I probably was wrong about that. What's so hard about it, man? What's wrong with you people? Why do we gotta argue for an hour when generally, did I have to sit here and argue with Mark for an hour to say that Victor Postal was elite? I didn't have to do that, fam. As a matter of fact, we didn't even have to have a discussion about it. As I was talking, I already knew, yeah, Mark's right. That wasn't hard, man. If y'all learn how to do this, it won't be these dragged out silly debates because motherfucker just can't say he might have been wrong or he didn't look at it that way. And maybe you're right. You know what? I didn't even take that in account when I made my assessment. And that's why when people accuse sometimes when they accuse channels of flip-flopping, like how sometimes the accusation is accurate, right? Sometimes some of these channels they flip-floppers, right? They ride the fucking wave. But sometimes these channels research or they'll talk to someone like Unrivaled Boxing Talking News. They'll drop some things on and will say, D, think about this. Blah, 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 blah. So yesterday 2 months ago, you might hear me say, Crawford ain't never fought no fucking body elite in his whole career. I won't say that anymore. Because I actually agree with Mark. We could consider Victor Postal elite. So from now on, I'm going to say Crawford has fought one elite fighter his whole career. Does that make it too much better? Because it still don't change my point. He ain't really fought nobody like that. One fighter? It still don't really change my point. He ain't really fought no one like that. All we can give him is Victor Postal, which before I said Postal was elite, I'm pretty sure Mark heard me say this again. I always said the only person he ever fought was Victor Postal. So it doesn't change my point, bro. But we just got to start being able to admit when we wrong. And I always hear people, he always think he right. He don't never admit he wrong. Wrong again, because I just did with Mark. It's easy for me, man. Y'all hear me debating and arguing and going back and forth. If I'm really passionate about what I believe, that's all right. I'm not gonna say I'm wrong.
Yo, D, just for the sake of a debate, because no one seems to actually know how to do it. Once I leave this store, I'll debate you on the low ball offer. Okay? Since nobody's willing to, I'll do it. Nobody seems to know how to. I'll give people an actual debate. You can have a proper debate.
Yeah. Whatever, man. I think
you gonna
that's
dust me, son? You gonna dust me, son?
It's not about, you know why, Mark? Because here it is. It's like, to me, that's a game, right? And I get your point, but I don't even think that's a lesson that I want to share, Mark, because it kills my fun. I don't want you to sit up here and give people too many tips on how to get this done, because it kills my fun. This debating shit is fun to me. And not only that, I know you agree with it was a low ball offer. So now we would just be doing it for sort of like a show.
Not necessarily. I'm in two minds. I can make an argument.
Yeah, whatever, man. You ain't gonna convince me of that bullshit. I already know. It's just like a show, fam. It's like a show to me. And I don't want you giving up too many of our secrets either. Like we keeping that shit in the bag. Let them learn by listening to us debate. Let them learn themselves, fam. Let them figure out how to fucking debate. I got too many people coming up here, coming in my chat saying dumb shit. And I'm dragging this shit out for hours. Now you're going to give them tips to make me drag it out for 2 or 3 more hours. No, I don't want to do that, fam. No, I don't want you giving them no tips. You a master debater. Keep that shit to yourself, man. Keep it to yourself. Because I've already told these people, Mark can get me in a debate.
He can debate me.
Man, you couldn't beat me
if I was
a dusty rug, fam.
You could debate me, Mark.
All right, well, yeah, that's easy work.
Yeah, Mark.
On what topic? On what topic? On what topic?
Yeah, man. You could debate me like on a proper way to cook cabbage. I'm playing with you, man. That was my best joke of the day, man.
I mean, bro, I'll tell you what. You teach me how to make chicken, I'll teach you how to make cabbage.
Deal? I'll teach you how to make chicken in 5 different ways, man. Curry, fried, Brown stew, jerk.
There we go.
Anything else?
I'll
Come
teach
on,
you.
man.
I'll teach
Come
you.
on,
I'll
Mark.
teach you. You teach me. I'll teach you.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah,
That's
Mark. Well, you gotta do better than that with me, man. Come on now.
that's something Troy could actually teach me. This is something that Troy could actually teach me how to cook Caribbean food. 'Cause I don't know.
Actually, that's actually a good point. Troy, email me at unrivalboxing@gmail.com.
Do you
Just
Mm-hmm.
give me
want to
some
eat it
recipes
now?
for Caribbean food. Because no, seriously, a lot of the recipes that are online, Troy already knows they're bullshit. A lot of them online
Right.
are bullshit. I want to
Okay.
know.
Okay. Right. Right. And you send me. You send me like a sexy redhead from Ireland, and I'll teach you how to cook Caribbean food.
We don't have any of those anymore, man. They all
Well, you
emigrated
ain't
during the
learning
potato
shit.
famine.
Nah.
They all emigrated during the potato famine, man.
Ah, hell, well, I ain't teaching you, Jax. No, I can do that for you, man. I'll go ahead and do that.
Hey, who the fuck is this? Who is T? That's up. Who is T? T, I'm telling you, man, don't be bringing no dumb shit to my chat, fam. 'Cause, you been in here and you've been you've been cool, but all that dumb shit I don't have in my chat, bro. I'm gonna give you the boot, and it's the permanent boot. But yeah, man. So whatever, man. I think this won't be the last time, though. I was on Twitter. I stayed up, Mark. You know what time I went to sleep, fam? At 2:49 a.m. going back and forth with motherfuckers on Twitter. And speaking to Mr. Two Hands, we was going back and forth, but I won't spend most of my time with him. I'm talking about hours before I even. Twitter is a dirty place, man. Y'all think it's some wild shit said on YouTube. Y'all should see some of the shit them people were writing to me. Some nasty people, man. I thought this. I'm like, this Twitter shit is blowing my mind, bro. I thought people got emotional and ended their feelings on YouTube, bro. That Twitter shit is worse. I was only really using Twitter for DMs and uh, posting my videos and stuff and 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 searching up like Michael Benson and shit like that. Going on his page and see what he got to say. I wasn't really engaging too much in the back and forth banter with people. Mark, you want me to put that up? Huh, Mark? Mark. Well, I don't know. I'll pull it up just in case when you come back. I don't. You're on mute if you was trying to talk to. I didn't know if you wanted me to put that up on the screen. But anyway, so Twitter, yeah, Twitter's a whole different animal, man. I mean, a whole different. I don't think I'm going to do that a lot because I really don't. I like to talk. I like to run my mouth. I don't really like to text. Twitter is a texting platform, man, bro. Troy, you go on Twitter, Troy? Killer, when you go on Twitter?
Hell no. It's a waste of
I
time.
go
Man.
with once in a blue moon, man. Once in a blue moon.
Oh man, it's a madhouse over there, fam. Yeah. I do like that, Ronald. I do the emojis. That shit's cool because you can send all kind of shit like shaking my damn head. It'll be some shit. That shit's funny as hell. I do like that, Ronald.
Yo, D.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. What were you asking me about putting up? Because I was in the shop, like I said. So I was at the register, so I didn't hear a damn word.
I forgot what I asked you. Did you want me to pull up what you sent me?
About
You sent me
no. Because I already mentioned that the Kavaliauskas bid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Kavaliauskas amount of money that he got. He got 1
Right.
million. And that's an
Right.
actual purse right there, released on Sportech. Sportech normally get their stuff from the tax revenue office.
Right. Yeah. That's where I got that's where I get all of my purse bid numbers from. That's where I got this one right here from. This was from Sport Tech. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Well, I'm like, bro.
But sometimes they can be off because of the back end, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he could have got more, he could have got less. We don't know.
All right. What's up, IBT?
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
All right, brother. Sakib said that's great. D sleeping almost 3 a.m. Means you're ready to watch. Oh, for sure, fam. I'm taking a nap today, Sakib, because it's early in the morning over here. It's like 5 or something. So I'm gonna take a nap today. So I'm gonna be up at 4:20. Make sure my teeth brush. I got some coffee in me. I'm ready to go up and rares.
You know you don't brush your damn teeth. Cut it out.
Huh? Are you
You don't brush
crazy?
your damn
You
teeth.
see
Cut
me
it out,
early,
man.
right? I'm 45. Look at that. I got the whites. Man.
Man,
Get the fuck, nigga. I brush my teeth day and night. You know, before you go to sleep, because you don't want that food to settle down inside.
your teeth are greener than my front yard, man.
Yeah, and you blind as Ray Charles. Is you if you can't see that? Fuck wrong with you, dog? That's why I
It's a
smile
green
all the
screen.
time. That's why I smile all the time on this camera, because these choppers are clean. You ain't got no yellow, crusty, crunchy, gooey ass teeth, motherfucker. And I'm 45
Yo,
years old, and they still nice. So fuck you, black
yo,
dude. Yeah.
hey, let me in real quick. Troy, I'm about to drop him an email there in the private chat because I want to know about Caribbean food, man. Straight up.
All right. I'm only going to help you, man, because my grandmother went to Ireland for a month, man. She actually went on vacation. And she said, she said, y'all were good people, but you all sound like you singing when you're talking. That's what they
Yeah,
said.
also it is. Twitter is toxic as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna be fucking around with them on there, man. That's a whole different animal, bro. I'm gonna just put my post. If they say something, I'm gonna just let them talk shit. I ain't comment back to that shit. Hell no, man. That Twitter crazy as shit. I just got introduced to that shit last night, man. But that post I put up last night, that was the biggest one ever. I never put a post up on Twitter that got that much attention. And I was like, holy shit. Most of the posts I put up on Twitter, 10 or 15 people respond or some dumb shit like that. I'm not getting a whole lot of traffic. But that damn thing yesterday, that shit went off. I was like, holy shit, bro. People,
Which tweet was it? Which tweet was it? I didn't see.
I'm going to find it for you, bro. Let me go to my profile. It was the crazy. Hold up. I get it for you, right? All right, here is this one. And I mean, it's crazy for me because I don't like get a lot of traffic. But it was, yeah, this tweet here. Oh, hold on. Let me pull this comment down so y'all can see this. So it's this tweet here, right? I don't know if y'all can read, y'all can see that, but it said,
I can't because my screen is frozen. Read it to me.
all right,
Crawford has not fought. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, IBT.
Crawford has not fought any of the top welterweight fighters. He pays Kell Brook $2 million, offers Danny Garcia $5 million, demands 60-40 with Errol Spence Jr., and disrespects Shawn Porter with a $1 million offer.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, D. D, I'll be honest with you. It's not crazy. I'm gonna give you a word of warning. Some of the most sensitive fans are Crawford's, and they'll hate me saying that. But I'm being straightforward. They are. If you bring up anything factual, they get moralistic on it. You bring up morals, they get factual on it. There's no win.
Damn,
no win.
42 retweets and 180 likes.
Bro, and I was like, what?
That's pretty paying. That's pretty paying. How many likes?
180.
Damn.
God
Right.
damn.
So that was like, this is what I'm used to, guys. Those are the numbers I'm used to. Like 9 likes and 3 retweets, 3 comments. That's what I'm used to.
Get the fuck up out of here, bro. Nah, that's normally a good tweet for you. Let's be realistic. You're used to about 2 responses and 2 likes. I see your feed.
Yeah, hey, you're right. I just scrolled up to one with less numbers, Mark. Right? That's what I just did. I just scrolled up to the one over the top that had less numbers. And he's actually right. This is actually good. And it's probably because Crawford's about it. He's right. Mark's right. That's no bullshit. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell you. Here we go. Y'all, look. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. Mark telling you the God honest truth. That's just how this is what it usually look like. No goddamn comments. Yeah, I got 6 likes and 4 retweets and no comments. That's what my shit usually look like. And that's pretty decent. It's usually some 2, 1. Some I have just one like and nothing else. It's fucking 180 and 42 and retweeting and all. I was like, what the hell, bro? That's crazy to me. Boy, those Crawford fans, man. That Twitter, I can't do it, man. I'm gonna just keep using it for what I've been using it for, but that's just a monster, man. Like tip over Crawford. I never really put up Crawford tweets, but I don't think I will again because I don't even want that much action. Oh boy, you definitely get news quicker on certain topics. Also, yeah, that's I like it for that too. Instagram as well. You go look at some IGs and stuff. They be popping up IGs real quick. Never been on Twitter. My life sounds boring and stupid. No, it's not boring, Dad. It's not boring at all. You can get engulfed in that shit. I did for about fucking 3 hours last night. It's easy to filter out garbage on Twitter anyway. I like talking to industry figures, YTBC fans like Intangible. Yeah. No doubt, Sakid. All right, guys. What we gonna talk about? I don't want to talk about Ioka and Tanaka. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to end this. So I'm going live at 1:30. And we talking about Ioka and Tanaka. Oh, y'all gonna get y'all predictions up, man.
For that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ioka decision.
Intangibles.
IBT.
I mean, IBT.
I've done a lot of film analysis. I've gone through their resumes. I've watched their fights more than once. I'm looking at the interviews. I'm looking at the weigh-ins, and my educated prediction: Kosei Tanaka, 3rd round. No, I'm just kidding. I've got Kosei Tanaka on points.
Troy, Tanaka, Ioka. Tanaka.
I don't know anything about him.
You said about him? You don't know nothing about him?
Nah, I don't know anything about him.
Draw.
Yo, hold on, D.
Hold on. You definitely don't know anything about him because it's them. Ioka and Tanaka is 2 different people, so you're right. You don't know anything about them. Oh man, that's good.
I'm folding clothes. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, D, let me just do what IBT did, yeah? Based off of all of the film study I've done, which according to my computer last time I checked was 831 hours. 831 hours of total film study since this fight was first mentioned at the beginning of this year. Based off of looking at the resumes, the styles they've encountered, the opposition, I think Ioka is too much. I think he's too intelligent. And I think the biggest weakness, whilst Tanaka is very good and he moves a lot of angles, is he's always fighting against the same kind of guy in terms of straight lines, and Ioka doesn't give you that. He's never fought it. He won't beat it. That's my take.
Yo, man. Y'all two, yeah. Bobby Brown and Will Stay Real TV. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Y'all some funny motherfuckers, dog. I see y'all in goddamn videos. Both of y'all motherfuckers funny as shit. That's entertainment, fam. That's what I'm telling you.
Monty Brown is in here? Huh?
Yeah, Monty in here.
All right, well, tell him to come up here real quick. I want to ask
Troy,
him
didn't you
something.
just hear me say I'm getting ready to shut it down? I got a live coming up. I got a live coming up at 1:30.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I just
next
wanted
time,
to put
Brown.
this low ball
Next
shit
time,
to
Brown.
rest, son. I had to put this low ball shit to rest. It is a goddamn low ball. I want everybody to understand that. Yes, Porter could take it to first bid. Yeah, we can stay and say all this and do all this. It's still a low ball fucking offer. So take that away from this live. If you take anything away from this live, it's a low ball offer. And the other thing to take away from this fucking live is don't fucking DM me. Don't email me. For y'all that got my personal phone, don't text me. Don't contact me for any goddamn thing about no beef concerning my circle of people. Y'all know who I'm cool with. Y'all know Mark is my bro. IBT, Mr. Two Hands. Don't come and say all of this. D, Two Hands said this. D, Mark doing that. Because I'm going to ignore you from now on. All of you. You guys know who it is that's doing it. Get the fact that you feel like you're looking out for me Nah, don't look out for me. I'm a big boy. I wear my
You
big
didn't
boy
say not to
pants.
call you. You said
Yeah, yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff, but you
Whatever.
didn't say
Hold on,
not to
Troy, because
call
I
you.
ain't even joking right now. Because it's too much of this. This is a problem I'm having. Like, motherfuckers sent a whole lot of fucking DMs this morning. I woke up about two hands and his video while we beefing and all of this. And I watched the video and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? It's not even like, it wasn't even that. So I'm talking to Mr. Two Hands this morning. He's like, man, these people just don't get it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's my bro for real. So like I don't y'all don't feel like you're looking out for me. Don't tell me that shit no more. I don't care who said what, because I keep telling y'all I don't care. So just DM me the reports, the articles like y'all been doing. You see something interesting you want me to talk about on a live, y'all keep sending me that shit. But if Mark says D's a fucking dirtbag piece of shit, don't text me about it, because I don't care.
I would just like to say I've never said that. Whether it's an example or not, I've never said that.
Right, I know, bro. I'm just saying, dog, because like I don't even care. If Mark
Until now, D's a dirtbag piece of shit. Fuck you, D Jefferson.
it's like this, bro. Because look, I can honestly say this. If IBT or Mark was on a live or something, and they said D's a dirtbag piece of shit, they probably was joking, and whoever DM me didn't understand that they was joking.
I am dead serious.
So,
I'm just kidding.
so why do I have to get a DM about that? I don't even have to question. I said, oh man, Mark was just clowning or some shit. Because I know if Mark had a problem, he would do what he always fucking do. He would fucking contact me, man. Mark don't pull up no fucking live and be like, fuck D Jefferson, because he don't do that. He hit me up, he calls me, like voice to voice people. He say, hey, bro, I don't appreciate the way, blah, 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 blah. And vice versa. That's what I would do to him. So I don't need any of you telling me that Mr. Two Hands said this or Mark said this. Because whatever they say, whatever you guys hear them people say, Monty Brown, anybody y'all see me associate with, whatever y'all hear them say, I don't give a fuck. So don't tell me. Would Stay Real TV got a video calling me a knuckle dragger or something. The video was funny. But he got a video up about me. Would Stay Real TV that was in there. Man, this nigga here, man, it's knuckle dragging or whatever. But it was funny. I don't care. So you guys understand that. So no low ball. I mean, wait. Definitely a low ball. And D Jefferson don't give a fuck. So don't tell me what somebody else said. Okay? But other than that, give me some closing thoughts, Mark. Let me let Troy go first. Troy, give me some closing thoughts.
Yeah, great show. You know, I had to ride in at the last minute and save it from going off the railings as usual. But
Oh my God.
sure, wonderful. Yeah, great show. Go on about your stank business and go take a rest. Have a great day.
All right, Troy. Appreciate you sliding through. IBT.
Yo, see you in a couple hours.
All right, bro. All right, no doubt.
Oh, also, Shawn Porter was lowballed. There you go.
Facts.
All right, peace.
All right, bro. Unrivaled boxing talking news.
AKA the Kazoo King. No, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you having me on. Always remember, guys, formulate your own opinions. And always remember, every opinion that you listen to is from a complete and utter anonymous stranger online.
Yeah, that's a fact. Bro. Appreciate you sliding through, Mark. Yeah, guys. And that's it, man. I don't know, like, for everybody that don't think it's a low ball, like they said, we can agree to disagree. But we gave you all the points we felt that was valid enough to say that it's a low ball. And it is what it is. But boy, oh boy, some of these Crawford fans, they got really upset about that diva picture, I tell you. All right, guys. Be back at 1:30. Y'all know how I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.